Hello friends, good morning. I am Aloranjan Panda and I welcome you in Limitless YouTube channel. So friends, previous class we have discussed some MCQs about national income. So now we will discuss some MCQs about inflation. So let's start the session. Here is our first question. When prices are increasing continuously, the phenomenon is called option 1 inflation, option 2 stagflation, option 3 deflation, option 4 reflation, and the answer is inflation. So let us see what is inflation, what is stagflation, what is deflation, and what is reflation. Yes friends, what is inflation? Inflation when the prices of the goods and services increased and sustained over a period of time, that is known as your inflation. Or you can say the value of money decreases, or you can say when there is more money in the market. These situations are known as inflation. Why inflation happens? There are two causes of inflation. One is your demand pull, another is your cost push. Now let us see what is demand pull and what is cost push. Yes friends, what is demand pull? When the prices of the final product increase due to excess demand. Why is your demand is excess? If people have more money, they want to purchase more or purchasing power increases. That's why the demand also increases. That is your demand pull. Another is your cost push. What is cost push? When the prices of the final product is increases due to the increase in the cost price of the raw materials, labor charges, or other factors of production. For example, biscuits. So what are the raw materials of biscuits? Let us say wheat, sugar, etc. So the if the cost price of the sugar or wheat is increases, then it will affect the price of biscuits. So it is your cost push. What is stagflation? It is a kind of inflation in which inflation in the market along with the low and slow economic development as well as high rate of unemployment. So friends, if inflation is there plus unemployment, this situation is known as your stagflation. What is deflation? Deflation is just opposite to the inflation. Deflation is the exact opposite of inflation and it is seen when the inflation rate goes below 0% or negative. Negative inflation or 0% inflation is known as deflation. Then what is deflation? When the deflation rate gradually decreases, that is known as your reflation. Okay friends, here is our second question. Which of the following mentioned authorities is responsible to measure inflation in India? Option 1 Reserve Bank, option 2 MOSPI, that is your Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and option 3 Ministry of Finance, option 4 National Financial Reporting Authority. And the answer is MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. So here is our third question. Which of the following is the stages of inflation? Option 1 creeping, option 2 trotting, option 3 galloping, option 4 hyper, option 5 all of these. And the answer is all of these. So what is creeping? Where the inflation rate is 2 to 5%, that is creeping. What is trotting? Where the inflation rate is 5 to 10%, that is trotting. If the rate is 10 to 20%, that is galloping, or above 20%, that is hyper. That is your uncontrollable, and 2 to 6% inflation is controllable. Here is our next question. If RBI increases the repo rate, then what will be the effect on inflation? Option 1 increases, option 2 decreases, option 3 no effect, option 4 none of these. Here the answer is decreases. What is repo rate? The rate at which RBI lends money to the banks. That is your repo rate. What happens? If RBI increases the repo rate, then the banks will decrease the amount of money as they previously lent from RBI. So now banks have not sufficient money to provide loan to people. So what happen? Then there is a shortage of money. If shortage of money, then purchasing power also decreases. If purchasing power also decreases, then the demand also decreases. If demand increases, then inflation is in your control or inflation decreases. Okay friends. And the next question is, which one of the following items has maximum weight in the wholesale price index in India? Option 1 primary article, option 2 fuel and power, option 3 manufactured product, option 4 food items. And the answer is option 3 manufactured product. So what is WPI? Wholesale price index. Wholesale price index is the average price of the wholesale goods or the representative basket. Baskets means sample size. So here is our next question. The headline inflation is measured in respect of movement of option 1 consumer price index, option 2 wholesale price index, option 3 cost of living index for agricultural sector, option 4 money supply. The answer is option 1 consumer price index. What is consumer price index? Consumer price index measures changes in the price level of weighted average market basket of consumer goods and services purchased by households, or it is the average price of the sample size that was purchased by the households. For better understanding, now we see what are the difference between WPI and CPI. WPI is released by Office of Economic Advisor, that is under your Ministry of Commerce and Industry or Ministry of Commerce. The CPI was released by Central Statistic Office or MOSPI, that is your Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. WPI measures goods only, but CPI measures both goods and services. WPI covers 697 items, or the sample size of WPI is 697. Here WPI is measures through these average prices of these 697 sample, and here in CPI, that is your 448 sample size, that is for rural, and 460 sample size, that is for your urban. And here the base year is 2011 to 12 and the base year is 2012. These average prices of these 697 articles is compared with respect to the base year. Here is also same. The next question is, who will get the maximum benefit from inflation? That is your holders of real assets or saving bank account holders or the businessmen or debtors. The answer is debtors. Why? Because when the prices rise, the value of money falls. Though debtors return the same amount of money, but they pay less in terms of goods and services. Who are debtors? Those who debtors are borrowers, and the lenders, creditors are lenders. Okay, friends. Though debtors are return the same amount of money, they return money in terms of money they return same amount, but in terms of goods and services they pay less. That's why the debtors get the maximum benefit from inflation. So here is our last question, that is, who will suffer most from inflation? Option 1 creditors, option 2 government pensioners, option 3 debtors, option 4 merchants. The answer is creditors. As we previously discussed, the creditors, they receive money from debtors. They receive less in terms of goods and services just because of inflation, but in terms of amount they receive same amount of money. That's why they suffer most from the inflation. Okay, friends. So this was the today's session, and if you like the session, please subscribe our channel and share our videos so that more people will connect. Thank you, friends. Thanks for watching. God bless you.